Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Empress Aries 888. My name is Tanya. Well, like on the way in, gives me an energetic donation to the channel, helps me tune into you. Flip the roles as you see fit. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Get some smoke. Set your intentions. Alright, let's do it. Let's call in spirit. Let's get this party started, shall we? Spirit guides and angels of your whitest light, please give me a clear message for the collective, one that brings healing, hope, and understanding of their situation. Protect me as I open myself up to channel these messages and protect my beautiful collective. Well, I hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. Whatever time you tuned in, these are timeless readings. So this is an evening reading for me, but it could be a morning or afternoon reading for you, and I certainly do appreciate you showing up and showing out. If you're new, welcome to my channel. My name is Tanya. I certainly do appreciate you being here. So let's see what we have here for the overall energy. That's a beautiful candle. It's actually a candle that my sister made, but it started caving in, and I had this, what did I get? I got something, and it came with a Reiki candle. It's a Reiki candle burning. Isn't it beautiful? It sure is. To answer the question. All right, let's do it, Spirit. Give me a message, please, for the overall collective. Collective readings. Take what resonates and leave the rest, and flip the roles as you see fit. Let me see. Something on the floor as always. All right, so something's put on pause. That's what's saying here. Oh my goodness, something wants to come out. Somebody was reckless. There's a glow up here. All right, I feel you moving on. I think that's the end card, and silent treatment being here. It's the bottom. Setting boundaries. Maybe you had to. You had to set boundaries. I feel like there was a lot of mistreatment of you, maybe even misunderstanding of you. Pushing, you know how kids can push you too far to see where the boundary line is, how far they can push a parent. Maybe even giving silent treatment as a punishment. This was somebody that you were connected to energetically or telepathically because they felt you moving on. You don't just necessarily feel a person moving on unless you're connected strongly with this person. Somebody was reckless. There was a glow up. Yeah. Somebody transformed, and it could have been you. Could be your mindset. Could be the way you approach people. The way you don't have to defend yourself. And I feel like maybe you had to, or you felt like you had to defend yourself against people. Could even be your own family, which is sad, but you had to set boundaries because there was no, how do I put it? Like, there was no boundaries with them. There was no, I don't know, like, what is it? Spirit, how do I put this? There was no, like, risk they wouldn't take to disrespect you. It was like, today is a lot different than it was with kids, than it was in my day. In my day, if you disrespected your parents, there was an instant repercussion. And today, you can't do anything with your children without somebody getting involved in it or saying you're cruel or you're abusive. There is a difference between disciplining your children and abusing your children. The idea that we're raising kids today to be so disrespectful to their parents and thinking that's okay, it's not. Generations of children growing up feeling entitled, feeling they can just talk to you a certain way. Maybe you were tired of that. Yeah, tired is here. I can't even make this up. Tired came right out. You're tired of it. Maybe you're tired of the disrespect from people in general. You gotta sometimes, unfortunately, teach people how to treat you. You're irreplaceable, and yet they felt like they could push you too far. I feel like this could be close people, family members that needed to, even like, look at this, divorces here. So this could be an ex that didn't have any respect for you, that pushed the boundary lines of the connection. Maybe you had a relationship almost like a parent to this person versus a marriage, and they pushed the connection to the point of no return. Where you're not going to return to this person. You're going to divorce them because you're tired of it. And now they're finding out the hard way how irreplaceable you are. But maybe they even had situations where they so disrespected you that the children in your life also felt they could do the same thing. Yeah. Giving you the silent treatment, pushing you to the point where you had to set up boundary lines against them. That's sad. Sad, but all too familiar today. All too familiar. Any more about the spirit? True love. True love. What's that about, spirit? What's true love about? Creativity keeps trying to come out. So you could be a creative person. A one-night stand. True love, a one-night stand. What does that one got to do with the other? They never felt this way before. Under your spell. Could be Capricorn. It says Capricorn under your spell, and I felt this way before. Social butterfly at the bottom of the deck, and under that is dirty deeds. So it was a manipulation. Private dancer, could be a stripper or did some sort of dance. Oh God. Dirty deeds, baby. Done dirt cheap. Maybe they went towards another person. That's a social butterfly. Your person's a social butterfly and got caught up under the spell of somebody. Could be a Capricorn. A person could be a Capricorn, never felt this way before because they were under a spell. It was a one-night stand that they thought was true love. Needed to set boundaries, but they didn't. They had no boundaries because it was dirty deeds. Something your person likes. Down and dirty, private dancer. Doing the most, do whatever it takes. Give them a good time. Love you long time. Yeah, and they went against you. Thought this was a better deal. Went towards that instead. Deep bond, though. There's a deep bond that you have still with this person, though. But you're standing back and not getting involved in any of this. And now somebody's depressed. There's a depression here. Maybe they want to come towards you with a false apology. But this is in timeout. Maybe you felt like you knew it would be a false apology. Oh. You made your bed, now lie in it. Maybe that's how you feel about this situation. You're done with this person. You're done with the disrespect all the way around. There could have been more than one scenario here where you had this other person. You may have had a relationship where you had to set boundaries with your children, walk away from a situation, even though society looks down at individuals, people who walk away from their children, because when you think about your children, you're supposed to always be there, especially as a parent. But if they're going to show such disrespect to you, push you to the point of no return, then separation and pausing that situation, obviously not leaving them without a parent, but apparently your person, this other person, was doing things out of, I don't know, attention seeking, and also disrespecting you too in front of the children, where the children thought it was okay to just all be disrespectful and crazy, and somebody had to separate themselves. You might have had to separate yourself from the situation, and now they're all learning a lesson as far as like how far you can be pushed, and it ain't that far. Yeah, that's what I feel like this could have happened. You had to walk away from your person, and maybe even a family situation that was very toxic, very disrespectful. And people can judge anything they want. Maybe there was gossip or judgment about it. But until you're in a situation where your hands are tied and there's nothing that you can do about a situation of deep disrespect, pushing the boundaries of I don't know, like no return. It's craziness. Obviously, these weren't young children, because if that was the case, children can push your boundaries, your patience and everything else, but this was something more. This was older, children that were older. But this was disrespect all the way around in this family. And this person decided to jump the fence and maybe cheating on the person, you, if you're the person, on a regular basis. The family life was completely toxic. It blocked any creativity, and silent treatment was the weapon of choice to get you to bow down, conform, and you walked on this. Yeah, you did. Too strong to be manipulated. And they're learning the hard way about that one. The devil, yeah. And I feel like there is a devil whispering in the ear, possibly manipulation magically. A dark entity that wanted you to doubt yourself as a human being, doubt yourself as a parent, doubt yourself as a wife, doubt yourself as just a human being. Like, you are lousy. That's what they're trying to do. Yeah. A message, Page of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Communication. People talking. 10 of Pentacles. Gossiping about you. Maybe even it was about money. Taking this King of Wands. Maybe somebody that had money or status or a title, taking their 10 of Pentacles and pushing you out of a situation. 5 of Wands, working together with something. It's a power of two people in particular working together magically to get you out of the way. Wands is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Swords is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and the devil is Capricorn energy. 2 of Pentacles to be really have nothing. No money, no prosperity, to lose everything. This is what I'm saying. This was even a marriage, 4 of Wands, a marriage that you might have had with this person, but there was the sun here, illumination. Illumination about a situation, that a scenario within this family dynamic was not going to change. You had to take a leap of faith. The Fool is here. But somebody wanted you bound, 7 of Swords. It's almost like playing a game here. Yeah, 10 Wands. Putting a key in your back. 10 Wands overburdening you. You had to carry the load for a long time in this family while somebody else went off doing their own thing. And then the children seeing this growing up, they decided to cause an ending too. Take sides in this thing. Take sides, overburden you, put the blame on you, make you look like a fool. Maybe that's what the illumination was. You were the fool. They wanted you to be controlled. So they overburdened you financially. Maybe your person putting all the the blame on you, or all the burdens of everything, the kids, the finances, the working hard and getting nowhere, so that they would look like the king and you would look like an idiot. That's what I'm hearing. 8 of Cups, you had to walk away. Even though it killed you inside, obviously there's a huge, it's not an easy situation here at all. It was like there was no choice. Queen of Wands, you had to stand up, be sexy. You stand up and be sexy. Maybe that's what you are. You're standing up and you are sexy. But stand in your power. Enough is enough, and too much is good for nothing. This was crap. 5 of Swords, just to feel like you got nothing. That people walked away from you. That it was a no-win situation. 5 of Swords, it was. 8 of Pentacles, you're learning something, studying something, working on something, believing in yourself, though, with nothing. It's like you had to walk away from everything that you built up in this family, everything that you loved and treasured, and turn away to start from nothing. But the Wheel of Fortune's in your favor. This was like divine protection from the universe, from your spirit guides, your ancestors, telling you it was time to move forward, pushing you to make this choice. 2 of Swords is here, but Death is here, an ending. And it broke your heart to have to walk away. 9 of Wands. I mean, you didn't want to have to start over again. You built up a life here with this person. But you had to throw caution to the wind. 7 of Wands, walk beyond the barriers, the societal expectations. 5 of Pentacles, many nights crying. 5 of Pentacles, having nothing but not pride, but a standard of living, of expectation, and there's nothing wrong with having that. The Moon is here. This was all a deception, though. This was a plan for individuals to block your progress, to have you burdened, to have nothing. It was almost like the fate of your life. They were trying to snuff out, like change everything for you. Strength is here. You are so strong. Leo, could be a Leo, could have it in your chart. The Hierophant, the keys here. I feel like by walking away, the knowledge was opened up to you of the universe. It's not traditional, it's spiritual. It's not traditional religions, it's spiritism, it's the universal laws, it's your path. It was like you're being enlightened. But I feel like three of Cups is here. Celebrations. People were celebrating your demise. People were wanting this for you. Things don't happen by chance. There was a destiny that you had, and it wasn't with the person that you necessarily were with, but there was a 10 of Pentacles that you were destined to get, and it wasn't with this King of Wands, but it was with somebody else. And they were like a blockage in your life. You had a family, you had children, you had everything that on the outside looked like idyllic, but inside it was it was smoke and mirrors. It was the moon. It was an illusion. It was what was it? Spirit. It was like years of being stuck on purpose to slow you down so that you wouldn't see that your path was, you were off your path. And this was the power of 3. They wanted nothing good for you. And they wanted you trapped in a place where you were miserable and that people were miserable towards you. And you had to break free from that. free from the illusion, the expectation. Set boundaries. You will be respected by your children. You will have that 10 of Pentacles. It won't be with this King of Wands, though. You're moving forward. Divorce is here for that. 6 of Cups, nostalgia. And you think about the children, their babies, the life you had, the family you had built, the vacations, the growing up with them. And it feels empty. You feel like you cannot believe this is your life, that this happened. 10 of Swords, though, it was planned to stab you in the back. Not that just the kids. They were pawns in this. Innocent pawns in a game. And it's not even necessarily this person that cheated on you and went for other people thinking they could find better and putting everything on you because they didn't have the maturity level to handle anything. You were more of a parent to this person. There's other people along your path that figured out that you had a destiny that they wanted for themselves. 6 of Swords. 10 of Cups. Look at this, a legacy, happiness, love. They didn't want you to have any of it. You had the 10 of Pentacles here too. You had an Emperor. Had an Emperor here. That they look like a gesture, like a joke. They're doing the similar to that person too. They wanted you stuck. 9 of Cups. It's not going to happen though. Somebody's looking over their life and it's empty. They may even have stuff, but it's like you're the missing piece. The Empress. They're an Empress. You're an Empress. This is why they tried to put you in an illusion of a relationship that was never going to work out, and just heavily burden you so that you wouldn't find out your destiny. It's so awful. But in the end, you're going to be victorious. You've got to rise up from the ashes. You're going to learn about your power. The universe is going to gift you with knowledge. Your ancestors are going to, hand over their gifts from the other side. It's going to open up channels of communication with spirit. It's going to open up roads that you thought were once closed. Ace of Pentacles, the beginning of something you're working on. You're going to be a stronger version of yourself, Knight of Wands. Chariot. Chariot's going to move forward. This is the truth. This is the truth that these people are not going to block or stop. Knight of Cups. Perhaps somebody's coming toward you with their cup of love. A judgment is here. Yeah. The lover is a choice. You're going to have a choice here. You're going to have choices that were not extended to you in that stuck energy, in that place of heartache and heartbreak. Ace of Swords. A new beginning in life. Growth, changes. It's coming from heartache. It's coming from disappointment. But you are going to be sharpened by this. This is not the end for you. This is just the beginning, my friend. You're going to be celebrated. 6 of Wands. People are going to see you on a stage somewhere. Social media, perhaps. You're going to be celebrated. You're the High Priestess. Your gifts are going to be expounded. Your gifts are going to be featured. The Magician. Your manifestations are going to come true. They wanted you not to see the truth of your life, your future. They wanted to leave you empty, 4 of Cups, not see the gifts that Spirit was showing you. Be blind, bounded. These are people, evil individuals that plan this for you. A long time this started, way before the power of 3, but there was almost like the fates in a sense. The fates were there. And somebody tried to change your fate. It was a jealousy. could have began when you were younger and it was a family member that did it. Somebody that you grew up with, your sibling, called down your name. That's where it began, the jealousy. Then it started with other people, maybe perhaps you worked with, that kept it going. Underestimating you, undervaluing you. Subtly, but it began at a young age, the whispering that you couldn't do something or be something to keep you blocked, yeah? But Ace of Wands is here. A new beginning, new outlooks. And it's coming quick, 8 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles. You're working hard and you're going to get somewhere. You're going to get somewhere. Keep going. 9 of Pentacles is here. And it had to do with walking away. Walking away and seeing the truth for what it was. 4 of Pentacles, grabbing that bag, man, taking that money. Maybe somebody wanted to take it off of you. Thought they could say, thank you, this is mine. Make people, I don't know. Page of Cups, you're going to learn something about. You're going to learn something about this. People are going to show their hand. 2 of Cups. Reciprocity, love. You've been stuck for a long time, but there's a King of Pentacles here. Yes, at the end of the rainbow comes the Emperor and the King of Pentacles. The world is here. Success. But as often is said, that the world is a giving up of something to gain something. You have to give up the dream, the illusion, the stuck energy of where you were to move forward. And this is breaking a generational curse, though. So maybe your children at this point are disrespectful. You had to set boundaries, even though that was difficult and according to society, the wrong thing to do, but it was the right thing for you. Also for your generational curses to be broken so that your children would have a legacy. This is a legacy that you're building for your kids. Of not taking the crumbs or the crap of another person who undervalues you, disrespects you, and out of the ashes of people devaluing you, you've come up and you've transformed, and your greatness is going to be legend. You better believe that. Thank you so much for joining me on Empress Aries 888. Please like and subscribe and join my tribe because I'd love to have you. Till next time, be safe out there, my friends. Be blessed.